Hi, I'm Barbara Kopp Miller. I am currently the Dean of University College at the University of Toledo. University College is host to about 2,000 students, ranging from junior high and high school students who are taking high school courses, our undecided and exploratory students, and our adult students. So at any given time, we can have an 11-year-old in the college or a 70-year-old. We also have a number of service units that include the Military Service Center, ROTC, Workforce Development, and the University of Toledo. I've been at the university 31 years, and I've been an UPCEA member for the past 5 years. Well, recently we've decided to engage with UPCEA in a formal consulting relationship to look at our online enterprise. And from the beginning, I was impressed with the amount of input that I had into the experience that we were going to be engaging with them. The consultants were interviewed prior to us signing the MOU, and it was clear that the consultants and all of the staff at UPCEA have a diverse range of higher education experience prior to coming to UPCEA, and I found that that was extremely helpful. I think the other thing was that our consulting experience was personalized to the University of Toledo. So unlike other associations to where you might engage in a consulting partnership to where they will tell you what they can do, what I found from UPCEA is that they allowed me to tell them what I needed them to do. And then they tailored it to the specific nuances to our online enterprise at the University of Toledo. I think having a membership that is open to all the individuals at the university is very unique and very beneficial. I also think that having group passes for the conferences that you do are extremely, again, beneficial to staff across the university. Just for example, today I received an email that an upcoming conference still had spots available with the pass that I had purchased. And we were able to send it to other parts of the enterprise, for example, enrollment management, the recruiting individuals, my academic online side of the house, and send it to them and said, I still have room available for you to go to this virtual conference. And immediately we got others to sign up for it. And that helps to spread the role and importance of online across the university that you might not get with other associations and the memberships that they provide. Extremely. You pay one reasonable price for a membership, which then allows you to have access to a number of other benefits, some of which are included in your membership, but others of which you would pay for. And so instead of paying a much larger membership fee, you are allowed to pick and choose what you would like to pay for and how you would like to pay for that. I think that that is also a benefit is when we were negotiating our most recent MOU, we were allowed to talk about the terms of payment. And that's important as opposed to being told when and how you would pay without negotiating the deliverables and outcomes that you would like from the partnership that you're engaging in. That's an easy one. It is by far the peer-to-peer relationship and mentoring and the access to the staff at UPCEA. I didn't realize how beneficial that relationship was with my peers as well as the staff until the pandemic. UPCEA was my lifeline during the 2 years. If I had an issue, I had no problem in reaching out directly to a staff member and saying, here's my biggest rock right now. How can you help me navigate with what's happening? And they would look nationally to see what other institutions were doing and get back to me and saying, hey, have you tried this? Or what about this? If it came to what are we doing with our testing centers when we couldn't have individuals come into the testing center because of the distance issue, to workforce flexibility. UPCEA did a roundtable, a virtual roundtable on different types of flexibility in your work schedules, and especially the whole hybrid and are you working from home and what are you doing? That particular roundtable helped me to solidify what I was going to do with a portion of my staff who are working online. And we ended up being able to do a hybrid 3 flexible work environment, and having that knowledge based on what I received from that educational event to go back to my senior leaderships and say, this is what I think we need to do, was really beneficial in them saying, that makes a lot of sense. Let's try that. And to this day, that particular group is still working remotely with the ability to come into campus when necessary. That's a great question. I think a couple of things that differentiates UPCEA from other associations is the approachability of the senior leadership at UPCEA. I've never felt that I couldn't reach out to them directly. And I think the experience in higher ed that they bring, and it's not all been the same experiences in higher ed, so that helps them to cover a number of different areas that, such as my college, that is spread over an academic unit and many service units, that they can help guide on that. I also think the collegiality of the membership and the diversity of the membership. There are many, many times when we're in a meeting, whether it's a program planning meeting for a conference, or if it's just at a conference and you're doing a regional meeting, where you have very different aspects and people from the colleges and universities and what they do. So it's not uncommon to have deans and VPs and instructional designers and educational technologists and enrollment management and registrar and financial aid individuals all together talking about professional and continuing education and online. And when you have that ability to have a representative from every single spoke of a university, so you have that one tier that is the financial aid, you have the enrollment management, you have the academic side of the house, you are able to look at your own enterprise from a 360 degree. And you have someone who brings up an issue in enrollment management, and you think, wow, I never thought about that. So having that diversity in the membership and the ability to communicate with each other, whether it's virtually through planning committees, through a roundtable, or if it's now in person at conferences, is really beneficial.